Hey, good evening. This is Need from Try Focus Fit. I'm wishing you well. This week, I'm doing a bit of a focus on nutrition, and so throughout this week, I will be trying to post things to do with nutrition to encourage you on your fitness journey, especially as far as the nutrition bit is concerned. You see, nutrition is quite bewildering. Even though we all eat, and we all drink, and we all know that nutrition is important for all of us. It could be quite bewildering because there's so much information out there for all of us, and it could become quite confusing, especially with all the different kind of nutrition plans that are out there for you to follow, and you start to wonder which one works for you or which one doesn't work for you. I struggle with the word diet personally, because I find that word that it starts to restrict us about what we eat. So I try as much as possible not to use the word diet. Yeah, it might slip in once in a while, but if I say to you nutritional plan, that is what I am particularly talking about. And today I just want to share some few key points with you about what I thought is essential for you to know as far as nutrition is concerned. Now, the number one thing I want you to understand is this: nutrition, as bewildering as it is very, very key in your fitness goals. The one thing about nutrition is this: whichever spectrum of your fitness goal you're in, whether you are a beginner or you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to put on bulk, nutrition is going to be important. Yeah, if you're the sort of person who's trying to lose weight, then you're going to have to dial down on your nutrition. And also, if you're the person who's trying to bulk up, you are going to need to work on your nutrition as well. So whichever spectrum we fall on in between, nutrition is always going to be very, very important. So it's very, very important that as we go into the second point, to bear that in mind. And the second point, therefore, is that develop a knowledge of nutrition. Yeah. There are so many sources of information. You can get them from social media. You can get them on the internet. There are a lot of research papers being written. There's a lot of recipe books and stuff out there. Be careful. Not every nutritional plan works the same way for everybody. So you need to research what really works for you. Because something works for your friend does not necessarily work for you. Because somebody in your gym that you go to is following this specific plan, it works for them, it might not work for you. So it's very, very important that you yourself personally develop a knowledge of what nutrition is. Find out what works best for you. You know your body more than anybody else. So I'm not here to advocate for a specific nutritional plan, but my encouragement to you is develop an understanding of different nutritional plan or issues to do with nutrition, and then you can make the right decision regarding your need. Number 3, learn to cook. And that is something that is quite surprising to many people that I might be saying it, right? A lot of personal trainers, if you're a personal trainer, you will know how to cook. Otherwise, you can't advise people on what to eat and what not to eat. So if the personal trainer you're following doesn't know how to cook, then there's something wrong. So, but the key thing about this is this: I am not here to slay personal trainer, but what I'm saying is they have a knowledge and they can cook, and therefore you yourself take example from them and learn to cook. And one of the key reasons why I'm asking people to learn to cook is this: if you know how to cook, you are in control of what goes into your tummy. Yeah, you know the ingredients. You know what ingredients you're going to buy, what you want to eat, how you want to eat it. If you're the sort of person that depends on takeaway, you're not in control of what you're eating. You don't know what goes in. Some of the ingredients you might have looked at it and says, no, I'm not putting that into my mouth. I'm not putting that into my food. But if you're cooking yourself, you know what is good for you, what you want to eat and what you don't want to eat. And then if you do decide to make the wrong choice, at least it's down to you, not down to anybody else. So learn to cook. Yeah. Number 4, keep away from processed food as much as you can. Yeah. I'm not saying all the time that you will be able to escape processed food, but keep away as much as you can. Go for natural products most of the time. I have an adage and I have a policy I always say to people always laugh about it. If I look at the back of a can or I look at the back of a packet and I couldn't read most of the words and it's full of chemicals, I ain't buying it. because then that means I'm putting chemicals in my body. So I would rather prefer to have a natural processed food. Yeah. So I'm not asking you to buy organic. I just say buy products that are not processed. At least then you don't have to put chemicals in your body and you know what you are buying. Yeah. So I want you to understand that. So I have already spoken about the fact that nutrition is key, whether you like it or not. Develop a knowledge of nutrition yourself. Learn how to cook. And I've also talked about buying natural product instead of processed food as much as you can. The next thing I'll talk about, drink water. Hydrate a lot. It does help. It does help, apart from the fact that water is good for your skin, what is good for your nervous system, what is good for your joints and everything. One of my favorite personal trainer always say to his client, drink water because it fills your body, it fill your belly up before you eat, and then you will reduce the amount of food that you consume. So drink water. And then next one is to say portion control. Yeah, portion control. I come from an African family, and I live within the Afro-Caribbean church community, and I know that we can eat a lot. And when we put food on our plate, sometimes we forget about portion control. Yeah, just because something looks beautiful doesn't mean that you have to have your plate full of everything. In the face. There's a scripture in the Bible which I really love, and he says to me, if I sit in front of a king and he gives me everything to eat, be careful what I put in my mouth. So exercise portion control. Exercise portion control. Just because everything is laid out on the table doesn't mean that you have to eat everything. Take a little bit of what you need and eat that. Then the next topic I want to talk to you about quickly is this. Eat all food groups. And that's very, very important to me. I am not an advocate of a carb-free diet or protein-free diet or fat-free diet or this or that. No, I am not at all. I believe in moderation. I believe that you should have every food group on your plate. An element of carbs, an element of protein, an element of fat as well. And yes, fat. I know some of you say, oh, RSA. No, there are some fat that are good for you. Monounsaturated fat are good for you. They have a good cholesterol, which is good for you. But the key point is this. Rather than subtracting a specific food group, unless it has been specified to you by a doctor or a practitioner who has done an analysis of your nutritional plan, try to have every food group on your plate. Is the percentage, is the proportion that matters. So in some cases, depending on what your goal is, you might have to have a little less carb and have more protein and less fat as well. Or in some cases, you might actually need more carbs as well as protein. And this will depend on your age, your gender, and your level of physical activity. So I want to encourage you on that. Yes, make sure that you are having all the proper food group on your table. Yeah. And then the last one I really want to encourage you with is this. Please, if you fall off the wagon on your nutritional plan, don't feel guilty about it. Don't put yourself down about it. Don't develop negative thoughts and emotions about it. In fact, get back up, start all over again, and get on with it. Yeah? Especially at this time when there's a lot of issues with mental health issues going on. The last thing you want to do is for food, which is meant to give you life, to become something of a millstone around your neck. You don't need that. So on that note, I really want to encourage you with all those points. If you have any comment, don't hesitate to write it and send it to me. Your comment can only make me get better. I don't know everything, but I want to encourage you on that. You can make this on your journey. God bless you. God keep you and stay in peace. Yeah? God bless you. Peace.